All right, so this is how you clean the threads on a JZ. So here we have a 2JZ. I'm sure it's the same for 1JZ. But you can see that these holes at the back of the crank for the flywheel, they are drilled all the way through. And what that means is that you're gonna have to put sealant on the threads to stop oil from coming out. So whenever you replace them, you need to get all the sealant off and you need to put on new sealant. So the best way to do that is to remove your entire engine and take the whole thing apart. So I don't want to do that. So what you do is we got to get all the old sealant out so we can put new stuff in. So take a tap, okay? This is a M10 by 125. You're going to clean your tap really well. Then you're going to fill the channels full of grease. And what that's going to do is it's going to give you the best chance that when it pulls all the stuff off that it gets caught in here, it doesn't go down into your oil pan. So it's a pretty straightforward procedure. Put your tap on, and you want to start it by hand. There shouldn't be a whole bunch of force. And I'm just going to use this little tiny thing, little tiny adjustable. It's the exact same as if you're tapping them out. You're just going to go through and go slow, go back and forth. It's not much to it. Right? You're gonna try to trap all that grease in there. Or trap the old sealant shavings in the grease. Right? Yep, just work your way around. And you see some stuff's coming off. It's getting trapped in the grease good. Now, when you go back and you install your new bolts, how you want to do this is you want to put some Loctite. A lot of people say red. I'm going to use blue. And put a little bit of grease only on the bottom face of the bolt. Then you'll put your bolt on, you'll torque it. ARP recommends, I think it was 65 or 75, but there's a lot of specs floating around because if you don't put grease, if you do put grease, if you don't put Loctite, if you don't put sealant, but you'll have to do that for yourself. But I'm going to put Loctite and a little bit of grease and torque them to 70 foot-pounds. It's kind of in the middle of whatever, everything I've been seeing. So that's how you put in ARP bolts on a 2JZ flywheel that you're doing used. If you're doing new, you don't got to do any of this stuff. If it's been rebuilt by whoever. Thanks. Once you're done cleaning out your threads, go back through with some brake clean and spray the brake clean up in there real good. Now you are going to have to change your oil after you do all this. So clean your threads. You can install your transmission, flywheel, bolts, everything you want to. But drain the oil. And then I would even recommend wasting a little bit of new oil. So fill it back up, I don't know, 2 quarts. And then pull the plug again, drain it all again. Make sure you get everything you can out. all solvents, all gunk, anything you can. Then fill it up, and then it's probably about the best job you can do.